I'm Jess, and welcome to my channel. For day 2 of Vlogmas, I've decided to do a reading vlog. The book I'm going to read is The Deep by Rivers Solomon with David Jiggs, William Hutchison, and Jonathan Snipes. Look how pretty the cover is. There. I've decided to read it for 2 reasons. 1, in honor of this whale I just knit. And 2, because I checked this book out of the library like 2 weeks ago and then forgot about it, and now it's due back in a week. So I really have to read it before my loan expires. I will be reading it on my phone, which is a bit annoying because I didn't check it out from my regular library. I checked it out from one of the partner libraries, which means I can't get it on my e-reader. But that reminds me, if you use Libby, check to see if your library has any partner libraries, because if it does, through Libby you can log into those libraries as well as your regular library and check out books from them as well, which increases your hold limit and your loan limit. And sometimes the wait list at different libraries will be shorter, or different libraries will have books that your library doesn't have. So it's a good way to get access to more books for free. The only downside is my e-reader only lets me log into one library at a time, and I don't feel like going through and logging into a different library because I still mostly check out books from my default library. Anyway, I'm going to start reading now. I'll check back in with you later to tell you how it's going. Okay, so it's the next day and I've read exactly 1 chapter, and it wasn't even a very long chapter. I just don't feel like reading right now. And that's okay. I'm not going to force myself to read if I don't want to. But that means that I need to think of something else to fill this video with. So I'm going to talk about knitting because I am very proud of this little guy that I knit earlier this week. I'm really into knitting little guys, just winging a pattern lately, ever since that SciShow video that got all the knitters angry. It motivated me to start knitting again and just knit things just for fun. I started off with this little guy with his booty, and then they needed a friend, so I knit them an octopus friend. And then last week, a YouTuber I watch, she sewed a whale purse, which was adorable, and I want one. Not as a purse, I think I would just make it into a stuffed animal. But since the pattern is like $20 Canadian, I just can't justify buying it, so instead I did myself a little beluga whale. I'm very proud of it. The tail came out exactly how I hoped it would. And his little bulbous head. Yeah, it's been really fun just knitting little guys just for fun, just pushing my kind of limits and skills as a knitter with like no pressure. If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out, that's fine. I can unravel it or just start all over, and if it turns out ugly, that's okay too. For so long I've viewed like knitting as I have to produce something practical, and I just reached the point where I didn't need to knit anything for myself anymore or for my family. I have a drawer full of socks that I never wear because they're just so warm, and my winter boots are already too warm, and knit sweaters just too itchy, and you only need so many hats and scarves and mitts and stuff. So I just stopped knitting for a while. So it's been fun giving myself permission to just knit little fun things, and they're small so they don't take up much space. Anyway, hopefully this reading slump ends soon, because I was looking through my library holds and I have a couple books that I've been waiting for months that are about to come in, and I can always just suspend the hold until I feel like reading, but I've been waiting so long to read these books, I'd like to get them read. Luckily, I'm still okay with listening to audiobooks. It's just words on a page. I just don't feel like sitting down and focusing on reading. But this reading slump means that the rest of Vlogmas is probably going to be more arts and crafts related, because I'm going to lean into my other hobbies. What are your other non-book related hobbies? Do you like knitting like me? Do you like drawing, painting, crocheting? Do you have any really weird hobbies that like no one else does, that you don't know anyone else who does them? Like, are you into nail binding or bobbin lace? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching. I'll have a new video for you shortly. I think it might be a painting video.